Traditional wedding vows, as you know, include the line, "in sickness and in health." But a lot of couples standing at the altar in that moment don't expect to face those challenges maybe until they're much older.
Well, one young couple from Mansfield, Ohio, has had to learn what those words truly mean at a very young age. Here's our Lindsay Buckingham with their one-in-a-million story.
Josh and Lauren Adkins are always finding the road back to one another.
So if you don't go back to work today, grab some lunch.
It's been that way since they were kids.
Josh was a senior and I was a freshman. We kind of figured out that we wanted to be more than just friends.
When Josh joined the National Guard after graduation, Lauren's love never wavered. So the two were engaged. Lauren was just 19.
We set a date, I think, for 2 years later. And then, unfortunately, my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and that kind of progressed very, very rapidly. And so we had decided to move it up. She passed less than a month after we got married.
In some ways, it was just the beginning of a number of challenges they'd face together.
A week before my 25th birthday, I'm at work. I had this terrible headache. I was like, what is going on? Start coming home. I get to the stop sign. I close my eyes real tight and like shake my head, open them up, and everything's double. And I was like, whoa.
Several doctors thought it was an ocular migraine, but it wasn't. An MRI would pick up lesions on his brain. Then a specialist at the Cleveland Clinic gave the shocking news. Josh had multiple sclerosis, or MS.
It was crazy. I mean, I was scared. I was nervous. I remember looking at her and saying, you know, you just lost your mom a year ago. This is a lot, so if you want to leave, go. I didn't want to put her through all that.
Lauren wasn't going anywhere. Still, the road was very rough.
I was stuttering. I was trying to find the right words all the time. I was dropping things.
They pushed through, building a family of 4. Josh changed his lifestyle, even running a marathon.
I cannot even imagine how significant that was, crossing the finish line.
It was. It was huge for me.
Then in November of last year, just as the road was getting easier,
I started noticing tunnel vision. We stopped at the mall, and then I noticed my right side started to go numb.
I was like, I think you're having a stroke.
it wasn't a stroke. It was the unthinkable.
They did the MRI, and I'll never forget when I got out of that MRI, that technician looked at me and she put her hand on my shoulder and she said, "Good luck."
Lauren was diagnosed with MS, just years apart from Josh. The couple has no family history of the disease.
Not precisely 1 in a million, but it's close to 1 in a million. It's a very rare thing.
Dr. Robert Bermel of the Cleveland Clinic Mellon Center is treating both Josh and Lauren. He says the Adkins have the right mindset for recovery.
MS tends to affect people in the prime of their life. It's an abnormal immune reaction where the immune system attacks the brain, the spinal cord, and the optic nerves. Early diagnosis and getting on early effective treatment is a really important thing.
That's what Josh and Lauren are trying to do, both on clinical trials and focused on good health.
We actually just did an MS 5K. We are actually signed up for our second Air Force half marathon.
They're pushing forward, fighting for their future and their family.
The positivity is just key. Finding your support, because whether it's your friends, your family, finding your people.
I'm almost thankful for it in a weird way. It helped me say, you know what, let's just go for it. Let's do what we want to do.
Lindsay Buckingham, 3 News.
Mindset is everything. Aren't they amazing? Josh and Lauren tell us they're already training for their next half marathon, and they do plan to travel with their kids in the near future, and we wish them all good things.